And sir, if you could state your full name and date of birth.
Yes, my name is Dorian Rice.
Thank you. And Mr. Roseberry?
Yes, thank you, Judge. You're asking for the state's recommendation?
No, just your appearance at this time.
Jeff Roseberry on behalf of the Maricopa County Attorney's Office.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Rice, you are here for a new matter that will be out of the Maricopa County Superior Court. There are 9 counts that have been submitted in this case. 3 counts of murder in the first degree, which is a Class 1 felony. 3 counts of armed robbery, which is a Class 2 felony. 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony. 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs for sale, Class 2 felony. And 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, that is a Class 4 felony. The dates of offense are between 7/14 of 2024 and 7/23 of 2024. So in this matter, an attorney has been appointed to represent you in this case. You do currently have a status conference that will be set on July 30, with that preliminary hearing August 1st, both at 8:30, and those are going to be at the Superior Court located in downtown Phoenix. Before I get to release, I do have a couple different parties here that I need to allow to speak. Mr. Roseberry, we do have victims present here. Do you want me to have them address the court first?
Yes, please, Judge.
All right, are you able to hear me in there?
Yes.
All right. So I did receive 2 victim impact statements, which I have reviewed. But now is your opportunity to address the court with respect to anything in addition you want to let me know regarding release in this matter. And just state your name first and then go ahead.
My name is Jeff Zadina, and I'm here to represent our family and our 25-year-old deceased son, Anthony Ceccarelli. This is the second time that I've had to do this week, and it's been the hardest week of our life, and I'm asking you and I'm pleading you, and I did the same thing on Saturday, and I was not successful. I'm asking you that you do not release this person on any type of bond so that he can be free until his trial. We want you to look at his previous criminal history and his flight for risk, and ask yourself, if he was released, would you feel good having him next door to you while his trial is going on? So we ask you to consider our request of keeping him in jail until he is found guilty and sentenced and fulfills his sentence.
Right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And Mr. Roseberry?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Understand the victim's input and position. The state is requesting a $5 million cash bond. This is the same bond received by the other defendant involved in this case. I would note the PSA recommendation is to the max level. When contacted by police in this case, he had a handgun, access to additional firearms, again, while being a prohibited possessor based on the prior felony convictions. As Your Honor noted, he also had multiple types of drugs packaged for sale. The defendant in this case got off probation in 2022 for his last felony convictions involving dangerous drugs for sale and misconduct involving weapons. As laid out in detail in the Form 4, this defendant is involved in the murder of 3 people. He faces a significant sentence if he is convicted in this case. Based on the severity of the crimes, his history, the state puts forth he is a danger to the community and a potential flight risk in this case, and that's why we're asking for $5 million in cash. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Rice, I will let you know that I did consider the victim impact statements as well as the statements made here today, and the state's recommendation as well. I've reviewed your history, which does include prior felony convictions, including violent priors. I've also read the Form 4 in this matter, which depicts an extremely violent offense. I agree that you are an extreme danger to the community. And in this case, I do understand the victim's request for a non-bondable status that under Arizona law is available under only narrow exceptions. In this case, though, I do believe that the state's request in the amount of $5 million as a cash-only appearance bond is appropriate to ensure the community being safe from your release. though I am setting that $5 million cash-only appearance bond. Either way, you are not to have any contact with any victim, complainant, or witness. That includes any next of kin of the 3 victims involved in this matter. You're not to possess any weapons. You are not to have any contact with any co-defendant as well. Mr. Roseberry, anything further from the state that needs to be addressed on your end?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Rice, any questions regarding this matter?
No.
All right. I appreciate you coming down here today to address the court. I know it's extremely difficult, particularly since you did have to do this twice in the same week. Thank you. All right, Mr. Rice, if you want to go ahead and step over, we'll get that paperwork over to you. It will have your information.